Hey guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel and to another plan with me. This is for the week of August 28th through September 3rd, and I am using the Parent Trap kit from Scribble Co. I did also pull in some underlays as well as quote overlays from Plan Hannah, and they are both in silver. I kept going back and forth on whether I wanted to use for the underlays because I was considering doing like Camp Walden ones for myself, or like creating them by myself. However, I did the Houndstooth ones purely just because, you know, Annie's like really popular camp outfit when she gets dropped off. I literally was like, that's Houndstooth. And then I looked at it recently and I was like, oh my God, it's not Houndstooth. But I decided to use the Houndstooth anyway, just because I feel like it still matched pretty well. And I didn't want to create underlays just for the one spread. So I did use my stock of Houndstooth underlays in silver for it, and then everything else, all the other foil is all just like Scribble Co. overlays, and I did use a ton, and I mean a ton of scripts with this kit, and I try to use almost every single box as well, because I was like, I need every single one of these boxes. I can't not have all the characters, so there are 4, and I mean 4 extenders on this week, and most of them are there because I needed the full boxes. They're not even there because I needed an extender. I did need an extender on the Sunday, but that's the only day that I had to have the extender. So this spread's a little wild. It has a lot of extenders, but that is a-okay. I am obsessed with how it turned out because I love how it turned out with all the extenders, and that I was able to use every box. But this is technically officially the last summery spread of this planner, which I know summer, it is January, but I am officially moving into September, which will then lead into the Halloween spread. So we're slowly making our way. I did already film out the plan with me that is after this, and it is, oh my God, it's beautiful. It is so beautiful. It is just like very celestial purples, and oh my God, it is beautiful. So that one will be going up on Friday, but I am just obsessed with the celestial spread. I know that's not even the one that we're talking about, but I'm really glad that this is just the last summer spread of the year. I actually considered using this when I went camping with my sister, purely just because obviously Parent Trap themed, they go to camp at the beginning of it, but I wanted it. I think I ended up having to use a different kit for that week because I had something else planned as well, I believe. So I kind of bumped this one up. This was one that I knew, I like absolutely knew that I wanted to use for the summer, and there's no rhyme or reason as to why I used it. It was literally just, it's a summer kit because Parent Trap reminds me of summer because of them going to camp and everything, and I just immediately was like, no, I need to use it. Also, me growing up realizing that I've like grown up into be Lizzie, where she's like, I'm not grown enough to handle this, and like all her anxiety and stuff with seeing Nick again, just mood, literally a mood is me to a T. I had to use that double box. I literally was like, nope, I need to use it in my life, and that was why I used it as an extender on the sidebar, because I was like, I need the photo. I can't not use the photo. I am a little sad that I didn't switch them though. I kind of wish that Filming Lindsay had put the box that's the second box in the sidebar, which is just Annie and Hallie. I kind of wish that I had put that at the top, like the top corner box, but that is a-okay. It is what it is. I planned it out the way I planned it out. And then I'm trying to think of what else I need to just kind of mention. I don't think there's anything really else that I need to mention. Oh, the washi. I don't think I mentioned this yet, but I didn't have a washi that like matched this spread very well, and I don't have silver washi overlays because I've used them all in the past. So I did use a Simply Gilded washi, but it has like one white or 2 white lines through it, and it kind of made me sad that this was the only one that matched, but I think it still looks okay, especially because the blue boxes have like a plaid pattern to them. I feel like it looks relatively okay. Oh, I'm putting down the quotes here. I'm going to read you what quotes I put down. So on the outside of the double box on Thursday and Friday, I put the Camp Walden on the right, and then the one on the left says, honey, you never looked better. The one on the inside on the left says, sisters were like twins, and then the one on the right says I have class and you don't, or class is how she says it in the movie. And then I figured the one on the isolation cabin down at the bottom was, this one was kind of perfect for it. It says I eat them with peanut butter, which is how they find out that they're very similar. They're eating the Oreos with the peanut butter in the isolation cabin, so I figured that one was very fitting for the isolation cabin. The rest of the full boxes and everything just got like confetti overlays from Scribble Prints Co. as well as the headers. And yes, that is kind of everything for like the base part of it. I also figured, I really like how I put Chessie and Martin with the like camp like little extenders, because I thought that was really good with, I don't know, I really liked the way that I planned this out. So anyway, we're gonna get into the day by day. So first thing for Monday, I did upload. So as we always do, I need to figure out if you guys actually like me telling you where all these stickers are from, because sometimes it's very, very repetitive. But as we always do, I use the filming slate from Mandy Dreams, whose shop unfortunately is no longer open. And then the upload script is in font 1 from my shop. And then I was up early. I think I just had a bunch of things that I had to do on this day. So I used a Munchkin from Once More with Love, and the up early script is from my shop in font 6. And I did have to cut and foil. I did not package orders on this day. I think I packaged them on Sunday. It actually went like an entire week without packaging orders, which is kind of surprising, because usually I cut stickers and package orders at the same time. But this time I cut and foil. So the foiling machine is from Paper Shire. The cut is from Kinsey's Creations, whose shop also is no longer open. And then the foil is from Nicole Lexia Designs. And then I just marked that I was sweating balls because it was extremely hot, as it is. August is usually the hottest month of the year, August and July. But for that, I used like a melting Munchkin, and the sweating balls is from a like sampler sheet, like a weather sampler sheet that I have from Planet Hannah. On the second half of Monday, we did get Chick-fil-A, and I don't know if we got that for lunch or dinner, but we got it. I used a Chick-fil-A bag from Scribble Prints Co., and then the Chick-fil-A script is from Sugar Box Stickers. And I did have a YouTube binge, and also this was kind of a small section. I think I took a mini break from reading because there's like 2 weeks of me not reading at all. I think halfway through September is where I start reading again, but I kind of took a mini break in the Shatter Me series. But for the YouTube binge, I used a Munchkin, and then the YouTube binge is from Carly Plans. I had a headache, unfortunately, on this day, and I used a Munchkin, and the headache script is from my shop in font 1. And then I marked playing phone games. I marked this quite a lot within this week and the next week, and I genuinely cannot tell you what game I was playing. Like, legit, I have no idea. I don't know what games I was playing, but it was enough for me to mark it. So I was probably sitting there playing all the games, and I straight out have no idea what game it was. Whatever it is, I'm not playing it anymore. But I finished my night off with that, and I used a Munchkin for the phone games. Moving on to Tuesday. Tuesday was my payday, so I used an icon and a payday script that are both from Scribble Prints Co. And then I did wash my costume and used the same situation that I always use. I have a washing machine that is from Scribble Prints Co. and the wash costume is a custom. I baked some cookies before work, and I used a scribbler, and the baked cookies is a custom in my shop from my shop in font 6. And then I was continuing on my Sabrina the Teenage Witch, I think I was continuing it. Did I start it last week? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. I was continuing on my Sabrina the Teenage Witch little marathon, and I used a Coffee Monsters co-emoji and then the custom Sabrina the Teenage Witch script that I made for myself. I had to get some gas and used an icon from also another shop that's not open anymore, and a Get Gas that is in font 1. From my shop, I got some Del Taco and used a little burrito that I believe is from Scribble Prints Co. and the Del Taco is also a custom. And last but not least, I marked that I got Zero Sleep on this day and used a Munchkin, and the Zero Sleep is also a custom from my shop. I've made so many stickers for myself, it's kind of wild. Moving on to Wednesday. Wednesday, I marked that I was tired, which I'm assuming is because I had a turnaround. Actually, I think this week and the week after this, I had double turnaround, which kind of sucked, which means I closed mid, and those turnarounds are rough. So I marked that I was tired and used a Munchkin, and the So Tired is a custom. And then I did get Starbucks and used a Carly Plans coffee cup, and the Starbucks Run script is in font 6 from my shop. I had to check in with one of my managers, and I've mentioned this before, but anything Disney related or work related, I use Disney characters because I do work there. So I just used Moana to mark that because she matched the spread the best. And then I marked phone games again. Guys, it bothers me that I don't know what games I was playing, but I marked phone games and used a Munchkin again. I marked that I was feeling it just torn because I was, after my check-in with him, with my manager, I was just like going back and forth on what I wanted to do with my life. And I used like a kind of stressed out in a way emoji Munchkin from What's More With Love. And then I did watch Casper on this day because I was really tired of the summer. I was like, I need fall, give me fall. I mean, to be fair, it was almost September, but I was like, give me all the fall things. So I did watch Casper. I don't have specifically Casper stickers, so I just used this random ghost that is from Once More With Love to mark that. And then the Casper script is from my Halloween sheet in font 6 from my shop. Moving on to Thursday. So Thursday I slept in because I was able to, and I used a Wonton a Million sticker for that, and the sleep in is in font 1 from my shop. And then I did edit on this day. I don't know what I edited, probably a haul or something. I probably filmed at some point but didn't mark that I filmed, but I did edit. So I used this Odd Loop girl. I figured she matched pretty well because Annie and Hallie's hair is red too, and I was like, you know what, we're gonna use her. I have so many of these like character stickers that I haven't used in years, but she is from Odd Loop. And then the edit script is from Magic Prince Co. I don't know if their shop is still open, but I'm finally using up the rest of her, like those stickers that I have. And then I did watch Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and for this one I used a Munchkin for marking that. On the second half of Thursday, I did not actually fully fill it out because of just personal reasons, but I did train someone on this day, and I used a Wonton a Million Lady Tremaine because again she matched. And then I did also apply for a position at work that I obviously did not get because I'm still here, but I used a scribbler to mark that. And because it was just a really slow day, I did use one of those scene boxes that was in the deco sheet. I just put that at the bottom of the day, which I really liked that I was able to use both of those scenes, but I really wanted to use that one. Like, that one was the main one I wanted to use. Moving on to Friday. I uploaded again, and I used a filming slate again and the upload script that is from my shop. And then, guys, I got my first pumpkin chai of the year. This is the only time that I'm marking like specifically pumpkin chai instead of just Starbucks, but they came out with their fall drinks, and oh my god, the pumpkin chai tea latte I was obsessed with, literally obsessed with. It was so good, and I was so excited for the holiday one that was the gingerbread chai tea latte, and it was not the same. The pumpkin one just slapped. It was so good. So good. It bumped out the pumpkin cold brew because the pumpkin cold brew was my favorite. I'm not a big fan of pumpkin spice latte, but like that pumpkin chai bumped out that cold brew, and oh my god, it was so good. I was obsessed with it. So I had to mark the first time I got it. So I did use a Munchkin for that. And then one of my coworkers had made food because I baked him cookies earlier in the week, and I used just like a to-go bag kind of type of thing from Scribble Co. to mark that. And then I did have a costume fitting on this day, which is essentially a work uniform fitting because we were getting a new costume that we were going to have to wear. So I did have the fitting on this day, and I used one of the Dora from Black Panther because again she matched the best, and obviously gotta make it Avengers themed. And then I just marked that it was a really busy night because it was, and I used a like stressed out Munchkin, and I had a pamper session when I got home, so I used another one of those Odd Loop girls, but this one was in a bath. I don't take baths, but I have them, so might as well use them. And the pamper session script, I want to say, is from A Letters to Apollo. No, I actually don't think it is. Art of Paper Co. No idea. Literally no idea. I've had these stickers for forever and I never use them. But yes, that is it for my Friday. Moving on to Saturday. I didn't have a lot happening either, so I did put that second scene up there with Meredith on the like air mattress because mood. That is yes. I did mark getting Dunkin' and used a Carly Plans coffee cup, and the Dunkin' script is in font 6 from my shop. And we watched more Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which, gee, no surprise. I used a scribbler to mark that. And then on the second half of Saturday, I did wash my costume again and used another Scribble Co. washing machine and the same wash costume custom. You know, eventually I'll run out of those wash costume customs, but for now I still have a lot of them. And then I did have to pick up my wristband because the day after this, we had the Oogie Boogie cast preview, which they do every year, where they will let the cast members experience Oogie Boogie before it actually is open to the public. So I had to pick up my wristband for that on this day. And at this point, I was kind of starting to run low on labels, so I'm like cutting off this flag and everything to try to make it so that I have enough labels for Sunday, because Sunday has an extender on it because it was the day that we had the Oogie Boogie preview. But to mark picking up the wristband, I just used Sally because she kind of matched and I figured she would work for Oogie Boogie, so I used that. And then I did mark that I don't get paid enough for this shit because I think it was just another chaotic and busy night, so I used another munchkin, and the I don't get paid enough for this shit script is from Letters to Apollo. Moving on to Sunday, I am going to start talking about Sunday. Filming Lindsay will catch up eventually. But for Sunday, first things first, I did get Starbucks like we normally do. So I used another Carly Plans coffee cup, and the Starbucks run again is in font 6 from my shop. And at the beginning of the day, I still had to do like a bunch of just like work kind of related things before I did go to the Oogie Boogie preview. So I had a pack order. So I used a Dymo like label thing from Scribble Co., and the pack orders is a custom for myself from my shop. And then I did film. I marked just filming normally, but I filmed a reel actually. So I used a Instagram little sticker. I think that one's from the Coffee Monsters Co. or Once More with Love, one of the two. And the film script is from Magic Prince Co. And then I did mark a YouTube binge and used a Once More with Love munchkin, and the YouTube binge script is from Carly Plans. After that is everything for the Oogie Boogie preview. So we did going to the preview, and we were a little bit early. They actually let us in early because usually the lines to get in is absolutely ridiculous, but they let us in a little bit early, so we were actually able to watch World of Color, which I didn't mark, but it was the only time I ever saw World of Color, the 100 version, because they have a 100-year version of it. That was the only time I ever actually saw that one. And then we did go to Radiator Springs Racers because they had that open for about an hour after the park closed, so we only waited like 20 minutes for it over like the 120 that everyone always has to wait. So for Racers, I did use a munchkin technically I think it's like a bumper car, but I don't have anything that's cars related, like Lightning McQueen, anything. I don't have any of those stickers, so I just used a like bumper car type of munchkin. And then the Radiator Springs Racers is an old format of the attractions from my shop. And then I did mark the Oogie Boogie preview, so I used Oogie Boogie for Once More with Love, and then just obviously wrote in Oogie Boogie preview. And we had three of the villains that we wanted to see in the treat trails. One was Judge Doom, who was new that year, Ernesto de la Cruz, because I hadn't seen him the year before, and Yokai, who was also new. So Judge Doom is from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and for him I used a little paper and milk Maru that has like little hard eyes because I didn't have also anything that matched that, but he was incredible. When we were there, we timed it like perfectly, and he was putting like a tuned shoe in like a vat of waste and like burning it, quote unquote. It was actually kind of perfect because we timed that one absolutely perfectly. And then I did mark Ernesto de la Cruz, which was really, really cool to see. He was there last year. It was kind of upsetting though, because one of the cast members that was there, he was just full blown yelling at everyone, like to keep moving, get out of the way type of thing. And I was like, why do you gotta be so mean? We're all cast members, we know how this works. But like, he was like full blown yelling at us. I didn't have anything for Ernesto de la Cruz to mark either, but I just used like the skeleton sticker that I think is from Pumpkin Paper Co., who I don't believe her shop is open anymore. But I used that because I figured it worked because he's kind of like he's a skeleton because he's dead. So I used that. And then Yokai is the villain that is from Big Hero 6. So San Francisco is a new thing that is at California Adventure. And, Yokai was the newest villain because obviously they came out with San Francisco. So for Yokai, I used Baymax because why not? And he was scary. We actually, when we were there, he came out right when we were leaving, and we were so upset because we were there and we were like, hello, why is he not here? And he came out right when we were leaving, so we did still at least get to see him, got a video of him and everything, and he's scary up close. Don't like it. But I used, like I said, Baymax from Scribble Co. to mark that. And then my body decided to be a real bitch, and halfway through the Oogie Boogie preview, I started getting cramps, which sucked. So I used a Coffee Monster's Koen Bodhi and a Fuck My Uterus from Planet Hannah, and then I marked going to bed late. Actually, bed late meant like 4 a.m. because I could not sleep because I had the cramps, and it was just terrible. Got home late, and then I had cramps on top of it, so I used a Munchkin, and then the bed late script is from Kinsey's Creations, whose shop again is no longer open. And that rounds out my Sunday and this entire spread. So we're gonna put it back in. Literally, August is wild. The different colors and the different spreads that happened in August just kind of make me happy, and it's so crazy how different each of the spreads are in August. But we're gonna flip through what's left in the kit. I used so many of these labels. That's why once I got to Sunday, I was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna have enough labels. We're gonna struggle, which we did a little bit, but we made it work. But here is what's left in the kit, and I will give you guys a little bit of a wiggle just so you can see the foil. My camera was not focusing because of all the extenders, but it does focus eventually. Will we get there? Maybe? Did we not? There we go. I was like, it gets there eventually, I think. But here is all of the extenders. Guys, I'm like obsessed with the extenders on this spread. Like, oh my god, there's so many. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are not already, and please leave me some type of comment down below, and I'll see you guys in another video very soon. Bye.